We are at one of my absolute favorite places in the world. We are here at Eataly. This is the Chicago location, and this is the spot that started my obsession with Eataly. If you've been following me in this channel for a while, you know I love this place. So let's take a tour and see what sets this location apart from the Vegas location. Come on. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it really helps my channel to grow. Plus, who doesn't love supporting free pizza content? This is sopressata that has been laced with truffles. It's actually all throughout the meat. You can see it. This smells incredible. They were kind enough to throw us a sample, so I'm gonna taste it. I've never had anything like this before. I'm very excited. Oh, you can smell that truffle as soon as you come upstairs. Ooh, that's good. Usually whenever you cook with truffle, the flavor tends to kind of tame down and become a bit more mild, but if you're eating it straight up on its own, it's super strong and pungent, but I love truffle, so I'm down with this. I will say they're very generous with the samples. We walked about 10 feet and we got hit with another one. This is the 24-month age prosciutto de Parma. This looks and smells incredible. This is over here at the deli counter. They're currently working on an absolutely stunning charcuterie board for an event later on, and I'll put some images of that on the screen, but let's give this a taste. Oh, salty, cured meat. Fantastic. Paper thin, just look at it. You can kind of see through it.
What most people would call a charcuterie board, but here at Eataly we call them salumi and formaggi platters.
Okay.
Because that's Italian. And I have a wide variety of products on this board here, mostly from Italy. I do have one, or two products rather, from here in Chicago. Chicago, like the famous Carl Sandburg poem, is the hog butcher of the world. So we have some really excellent cured meats that are made in the city from Tempesta, which is one of our producers here. But everything else on that board is imported from Italy.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
They have an absolutely amazing selection of grab-and-go items, super unique, very rare finds here. If you've got a very specific recipe that you're looking for a specific item, they've got you covered. Cheeses from all walks of life, super fresh to super aged. But one thing that I really love is the selection of Parmesan cheese right over here. They've got different size chunks and you're paying by the weight. They've got it so you can grate it fresh yourself. They've got some already grated here for you as well. This is awesome. Just feel like I'm home. I'm not a fan of goat cheese, and I'm also not a fan of designer bags. This will probably be the only Chanel that I carry. One thing that's really great about this location here in Chicago specifically is that they host private events. So if you have a birthday party or a gathering or something like that, they've got a private area for that. They also host cooking classes, which I think is such a fantastic idea. We were looking online, they have some gelato making classes, mozzarella making classes, fresh pasta classes. So if you're ever in Chicago and you're looking for some fun, unique things to do, check out Eataly. So what's in this bowl? Okay.
If you want. Has no real flavor.
Okay, thank you.
And then we add
Just the regular curd.
And that'll give us
Okay, yeah, there's no flavor to that at all. She just added in some hot salt water. The hot salt water melts the curds and seasons them with a subtle brininess. Once soft and stretchy, they're pulled and folded into that silky mozzarella texture and then shaped into smooth round balls. The name mozzarella comes from the Italian verb mozzare, meaning to cut, a nod to the hand-cutting process that forms each piece. For burrata, the mozzarella is flattened into a pouch and filled with creamy stracciatella. This is where skill really matters. Careful crimping ensures none of that filling escapes before it's cut open. Finally, the pouch is tied off with a strip of banana leaf. Burrata was created in the 1900s as a clever way to mitigate waste, and now it's one of Italy's most indulgent exports.
As you can see, this imperfection makes a mozzarella perfect.
Yes.
You know, because when you don't see this,
yeah,
it's because it's a mass production. It's a factory made, which is totally different story.
Yes.
Then you're gonna be able to try something really nice and good. You can see this cheese belongs to pasta filata. Pasta filata means the cheese has filaments, and you can see it when you cut it. Okay, this one is the hybrid. And the beautiful thing about this cheese is when you cut it in half. This has to be cut in half In that way, you can see the whole thing.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a labor intense.
Yes, a labor of love for sure. All right, so this is the mozzarella. This is that outer shell, that casing, if you will, for the burrata. I have not had homemade mozzarella like this before. It's so soft, so creamy. It's got the perfect little salty flavor to it from that salt water that they poured over it to flatten it out and fill. This is fantastic. Oh, this is my favorite cheese ever. This is the stracciatella filling inside of the burrata that we just watched being made. I've never seen that before. This was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Huge shout out to Antonio here at Eataly Chicago. Oh my God. It's so good. It is so good. I love burrata. My favorite cheese ever. But buying it in stores and tasting it fresh, homemade, you can absolutely taste the difference. You can see the difference. You can smell the difference. This is incredible. You've got to come check this place out. This is such a cool little feature. Back in culinary school, I did take a 10-day excursion, if you will, to Italy, and we actually went to the plant where they make extra virgin olive oil. This is just like a super antique olive oil press. So right here, you've got your first press. First press is gonna have all of your most vitamin-rich nutrients, minerals. Then you've got your second press and your third press. Dang, look at this heirloom tomato, it's huge. Heirloom tomatoes are my favorite. The uglier, the better.
You like them big?
I like them big. I like them juicy. Now we're headed downstairs to go get an affogato, a little pick-me-up before we go on our tour de Chicago. I'm gonna take you guys back to where I used to live when I was here in Chicago. This is something I've never seen before. This is a pistachio liqueur. So I just had this idea of making a chocolate martini, but do it viral with the viral chocolate Dubai and add in some of this pistachio cream and then maybe some of that chocolate cream down here. Oh my God. Ugh, I could just live here, seriously. And this isn't a sponsored Eataly video, but Eataly, you should sponsor me. This is the Affogato Classico. It's 2 scoops of their gelato, and then it's got 2 shots of espresso. And we went with the coconut gelato just to kind of change it up a little bit. That is perfectly sweet. It's gonna pick me up and get us ready to go because we're about to go dive into some pizza in Uptown. All right, guys, we are at the Graceland Cemetery, and this might be controversial, maybe a little morbid. I don't know. I'm a tomb tourist. I grew up with my mom loving going to cemeteries. At first I was a little freaked out, but now I really enjoy it. And this is one of the nicest cemeteries I've ever been to. It's so peaceful. It definitely sets itself apart by having these ghost walking tours. And then there's also a lot of famous people here. But this guy behind me, this is called the Eternal Silence Statue, AKA the Statue of Death. And legend has it that if you gaze into its eyes, whoever's viewing it gets a glimpse of their own death. Now, spoiler alert, I've done this before. I've actually done it 3 times before when I lived here because I really wanted to know how I was gonna die. But I never saw anything, so let's see if maybe luck, bad luck, is on my side. I don't really know how long I'm supposed to stand here for, but I didn't see anything.
Try closing your eyes. Like, how are you supposed to stare into their eyes when their eyes are closed?
The eyes are closed, so I don't really
Just
know,
try it. Look at it and then close your eyes.
All right, I'm looking at it. Closing my eyes. Ah! I'm just kidding. I didn't see anything. People also say it's rumored that his arms move on his own. You're also not supposed to be able to take a picture of the statue, but that's easily disproven as there are many, many pictures online of this guy. But it's just really cool to look at. But the Eternal Silence isn't the only figure with a story to tell here. Just a short walk away sits one of Chicago's most haunting legends, little Inez Clark. Rumor has it, Inez was a victim of parental negligence, and she was apparently left outside during a lightning storm where she died. Legend has it here at the cemetery that on stormy nights, she will actually escape from the glass enclosure and she'll run around and play in the cemetery, and you can actually hear a child's laughter. There are several factors that have debunked this myth. Several people here in Chicago specifically. There's all kinds of forums online. You guys can hash it out in the comments what you think. But this is kind of a cool little creepy headstone cemetery area. Now, Graceland isn't just about ghost stories. What really sets it apart is its design and natural beauty, doubling down as an arboretum with over 2,000 trees spread across the grounds. Its rich history dates back to 1875, and it's better known as the Cemetery of Architects. Walking through, you'll spot some incredible memorials, each with its own story. Take Peter Schoenhofen, a wealthy brewer that built an Egyptian pyramid tomb complete with a sphinx and angel. Then you've got Horace White, a journalist who literally covered the Lincoln-Douglas debates. His mausoleum is built right into the hillside, and it feels more like a hidden retreat than a grave. William Goodman died young due to the flu, but his family lumber fortune left him this striking memorial. And then there's Potter Palmer. If you know Chicago history, you know the Palmer House Hotel. He and his wife Bertha rest under the Grand Greek Temple. It's dramatic, but honestly it fits them. One of my favorite surprises here is William Holbert. He helped launch the National League in baseball. Without him, the sport might not even exist in the way we know it today. Leaving Graceland behind, we traded the quiet paths and history for the buzz of Wrigleyville. And right in the heart of it all is Sluggers, a spot that's part dive bar, part playground, and 100% Chicago. All right, guys, we're here at Sluggers Bar, and this is one of my favorite bars whenever I lived here. Upstairs, they have dueling piano. They also have batting cages. They've got a lot of cool, fun games like Pop-A-Shot, skee ball. You get the picture. Everybody here is so incredibly friendly. We walked outside, and I saw this girl drinking this, like, pickle drink, and they actually gave us 2 tickets. So we're gonna go and see if we can find a pickle margarita. We got it for free. Let's go. Sluggers has that classic Wrigleyville vibe. Old school, a little chaotic, and full of character. You've got locals shoulder to shoulder with Cubs fans in jerseys, people pre-gaming before the first pitch or celebrating after. And somewhere in the middle of all this madness, we're still on the hunt for that pickle margarita. All right, we got the infamous pickle margarita right here. You guys saw it. It's got some sour mix in here, tequila, obviously the pickle juice, and a little bit of soda. This looks incredible. Oh my God, that's actually so freaking good. It's like a sweet and savory, oh my God, I'm drooling, pickle margarita. That must mean I'm not gonna get a hangover, right? Because I'm gonna be super hydrated from the pickle. I like the way they think. We couldn't come to Chicago without getting a Chicago-style hot dog. Traditional steamed poppy seed bun, slice of tomatoes, sport peppers, relish, onion, French's mustard, and of course a dill pickle wedge on there as well. They're accompanied by house-made thick-cut kettle chips. They're warm. Let's dig on in. I'm so excited. I haven't had a Chicago dog since I lived in Chicago. Unfortunately, it was Portillo's, which is trash. Fight me in the comments, I dare you. Since the Cubs game just started, it was getting really loud and rowdy in Sluggers, but just know that Chicago dog lived up to the hype. We headed over just a few doors down to our first pizza spot, and if you want to know which Chicago-style pizza reigns supreme, check out that video, it's up next.